I think it's a way to access reality, right? As close as we can. We'll never know it fully. No one's ever seen God. But there are patterns that make life gentle, right? And it gives us rest and peace. And we know our bodies respond to that, and other people respond to it too. You like a laid back person more than you like someone who's super intense with a pressured speech and things like that. But what do you think about that definition of Christianity? I mean, there are many, but is that getting closer than? I know it's not an ethical system. I knew that right away because I just naturally wanted to be better, right? So it wasn't like, okay, these aren't a bunch of rules to follow.
There's so much more to live for, so much more to understand, so much less that you have to prove of yourself all the time.
Yeah,
It's really a rhythm thing, isn't it?
There's a bunch of rhythms in this. See, the problem I'm having right now is my rhythm got disrupted by lots of things. Everybody's has to some degree. But then another thing came and another thing. And before I know it, now I'm lost. I'm like those sheep we talk about. I nibbled the grass too far away. Now I feel kind of lost sometimes and I want to come back.
We think we can just sort of fit God in the way that we do dance lessons or dentist appointments. And somehow when we get out of this rhythm, we forget we're dealing with the God of the universe who is sovereign over time. The idea that God made time, God made our jobs, God willed us into existence, let alone our opportunities, our advancement, our freedoms. It all comes from God. And that means time does not exist independently from God.
How does rest and peace, what does that do to time?
Well, I think it enables us to get maximum fulfillment out of the rest of the time.
Maximum fulfillment is really
when
good.
I rest, when I am at peace, when I'm with God. You know, it's the idea. We see Sabbath, for anybody that's tried to take it seriously, we see Sabbath one day a week, and it doesn't have to be on a Sunday or the Saturday, whatever. We see the Sabbath as a day that God has taken from us instead of a day that God has given to us. Sabbath doesn't mean you sit in a room and pick your nose all day and try to think of thoughts about God. No, a lot of modern authors talk about Sabbath delight, to do things that you love.
Yes.
That you were created to do, that you're wired to do. That is Sabbath. And it's a time that's set apart. That's what holy means. And, you know, we think there's too much to do, too much we want to do, to give up one day in 7, or some form of that. We think that God doesn't understand the 24/7 world that we live in, but it's not like it was easier back then of what they had to do. And yet God still said, trust me with this one.